do you feel? Are you excited? Boy, I'm excited. The Lisonbees are here. Aren't you excited? Boy, I'm so glad this day came. And so nice to have Preston here and Shashir, VJ, all the Indian staff. Thank you so much. So we're celebrating the Fast Start Challenge that you won. I'm so proud of you. So you actually shocked the For Life world. You really did. Because it's like there was no news coming out of India for so long. And all of a sudden, boom, there you guys are. And the Philippines are scratching their heads saying, what? Because they generally win those kind of contests. I mean, they're hungry for success. They're doing great this month. But I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Here's the thing. We only do two things. We build and we rebuild in this business. That's all we do. I remember one time Bianca gave a speech about entropy, and she had a video behind her. I never forgot it. And she showed how beautiful the room was, and then she just fast forward on that video, like years and years and years later, and you just watch the room just fall apart. Her point was you have to maintain it. And it was so well made. I never forgot that when she did that on stage. And that's the way our teams are, my friend. We have to understand that left to their own, they will descend into chaos. You have to stay active. This thing about you only build it for just, for 4 years and you can go off and do what you want the rest of your life, that is a lie. Whoever got that started, don't believe it. I'm 69 years old. I'm still doing this. Okay? Now, I could sit back. I've got some uplines that have sat back most of their life. I'm talking most of their life and for life. I'm not one of those. I understand that you have to stay engaged if you want a strong team. But here's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about speed. Success loves speed. Remember that. Success loves speed. When I started in For Life, I can remember I did a 90-day run. How many of you ever done a 90-day run? If your hands are up, I can't see them because of these bright lights anyway. Hopefully they're up. Anyway, I encourage you to do a 90-day run. But anyway, my first 90 days in For Life, I sponsored 27 people direct, and I had a team of 800 people. Yeah, you should clap. And the interesting thing was, I did it from my table. Some of you might have seen that picture of me sitting at the table with a cat. And I did it from that table. And so at that time, we were using conference calling, and we had an 800 hotline with Dr. Rob Robertson, his message on transfer factor. Those were our tools. Anyway, but the thing was, when I had a prospect and I talked to him on the phone, after they heard the hotline and maybe joined us on a conference call, and I think David Lisonbee was doing about 2 a day on those conference calls. After that, when I get back with those people, I always ask them a question. How do you see yourself? Using the product, or can you use extra money? And they generally always said, I can use extra money. Sure, who can't? I said, great, welcome to For Life. You know what, let's run together, let's have fun and make money. We kept it light and simple. And so that's how, in 90 days, I had 800 distributors in my organization. Now today, fast forward, here we are. How do we do this today? Well, I'm going to say that you can't do this if you want to build with the customers. Customers consume products. They don't sponsor. They don't promote. So just understand, if you're chasing customers, you're wasting your time. Customers are a byproduct of what we do. When I go after people, I'm looking for business builders. I'm looking for influencers. And so what do I mean by influence? I mean leaders are influencers. They're the kind of people, they pick up the phone, they call somebody, say, hey, I'm doing something, I'm excited, I want to talk to you about it. And the person on the other line's going, hey, I'm in. Whatever it is, I'm in. That's an influencer. Unless you get those people on your team, you're not going to go anywhere in this business. For Life is the vehicle. You got to put the wheels on it. And the wheels is Fast Start. The wheels is Fast Start. It's Fast Start with leaders, with influencers. You have 12 influencers, you can make $100,000 a year. If you have 24 influencers, you can make $1 million a year. If you have 48 influencers, you can be a platinum or a platinum elite, make $2-3 million a year. It's influencers. Those are the people that have the voice. Those are the people that others will look at them and say, wow, I don't know who they are, but they seem to know what they're doing and what they're talking about. They will follow those people. That's what I'm looking for. That's what you should be looking for. That's what's going to build your business. And when you bring that person in, and this is how we know, because when we talk to them about the opportunity, they're all eyes, they're all ears, they're listening to everything that you're saying, and they're saying, hey, I want to do this. Now, when they say, I want to do this, what do we want to do? We want to get them on the Fast Start, don't we? That's what we want to do. That's like giving, an airplane, a runway to fly away on. And so just imagine if you're in a jet and you're on a runway, how long can you stay on the runway? Not long. If you don't have some speed, what's going to happen? It's going to crash. That speed has got to have a lot of thrust, a lot of power if it's going to get off that runway. And that's what the Fast Start is. The Fast Start is meant to give your leader a runway. But now what you got to do is get behind that leader. Now, how do we do that? When any of my leaders, my team leaders sponsor, I encourage them all to make a contact list. Make sure you make that contact list. Work with that new leader on their contact list. Make sure they've put everybody they know on it. Now, here's what they're going to do. What they're going to do is put all their broke people on it. Now, that's not a contact list. Okay? Sure, those people need opportunity. But what I find in most cases is they won't put down people that have made money, have a business, have education, have a career, something like that. They rule them out as not qualifying for the contest list. Anyway, so we want to get all those people on. And after they do the list, I always say to them, now who's not on the list that should be on the list? Who are you afraid to call? Who do you know? If you are going to build a dream team, what does that dream team look like? If you could have anybody you know in your business, who would they be? I want to ask you that. And I want you to put them at the top of your list, because those probably are going to be your leaders. Now, when those people come in and when they make that contact list and they've added those people, then what we want to look for on that contact list is 7 that can come in the business and do Fast Start. And then you have a little customer volume there, but basically that's it. We're looking to identify 7 Fast Starts on a person's contact list. We have a diamond, and that's what we want to do. Why do we do that? Because as it was mentioned, that's our core rank. That's the position where you really start making money. When you get new people involved and you get them on the fast track and they're making money, they're not going to quit you. Guess what? When you can accumulate enough of those diamonds, organically everything rises. It's like what John F. Kennedy said, when the tide comes in, all ships rise. And that's what's going to happen in your team. So stay behind the Fast Start program. That's the one thing I want you to do. Create the speed for your team by being an example. Be active, help them, work with them, and then make sure that we're looking to identify influencers, leaders, and that's what we will do. We want to stay focused on that. Again, customers are a byproduct of what we do. In other words, if they say, well, right now, my life's complicated, I can't do the business, I'll say, okay, fine. Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you use the product, and I'll get back with you later and see if your circumstances have changed. Our focus should always be find leaders, build leaders, and then make them better leaders It was great being with you. Thank you.